Okay, so I timed it a bit more. There was a lot more play. And what I did was I compressed it down and then tightened it. Hopefully that'll seal it even more. I'm still timid on tightening it down completely because of what happened here. Lost a stud, so gonna put everything back and just drive around, and if I still get some spillage, I'm gonna maybe open her back up and maybe do another foot-pound of torque, and yeah, do it slowly, do it incrementally to a point where it no longer leaks. Yeah, I'm still very timid because I don't really plan on purchasing a $600 new tank just because of a stud that I broke. So hopefully that seals, and as you guys can tell, there are no camber plates like I was kind of hoping they would be in the rear. But the better news is that I guess I couldn't see really well because of the bad lighting in this garage, but now that it's under daylight, I can see that this is about an 1/8 inch lower than the passenger side. So I'm gonna hope that it's the reason why, and raise it up about an 1/8 of an inch to see if maybe the camera will not be so drastic and be somewhat even to the passenger side. And I'm going to assume also that possibly it's because of the weight of the battery. And I just want to get as close to as level as I can on both front and back, and of course side to side. So I'm going to lower the front about 1/4 to an 1/8 of an inch and see where we go from there. I still plan on getting this aligned, but I just want to get it level before I bring it over to Brian. So that's the next. I want to put everything back, so once I get everything back together, I'm gonna go work on the suspension. It's the following day, Saturday morning. I decided to put in some mileage on her before I headed out to visit Mom. I put in about 20 miles. So I didn't notice anything unusual, any noise. So far so good. And after getting it back in the garage, I checked to see if maybe there's still some gas leaking, but there's a slight hint of gas smell in that area, which is to be expected. So I think I can go maybe another foot-pound of torque on those nuts, and maybe that'll completely eliminate it. So there's a slight hint still, but I still want to make sure that she's not leaking for safety reasons. So now what I did notice is I developed an issue where I don't know if it's adaptive lights, but I don't think it is. The parking lights isn't working, but the hazards and the turns are. And if I have the car running and I lower the e-brake, the headlamps goes on, the low beams. So I'm not quite sure what's going on there, and I got to try and figure that out. But anyway, so far so good. At least nothing mechanical. Although I will say that I hate electrical issues. That's something I have no experience in and hate to troubleshoot. But anyway, okay, so I think I'm gonna drive around some more, maybe develop enough confidence that I can maybe, well, I'm gonna do it gradually, right? Next set of miles I want to put in is about, I'll probably go another 30 and then do another 40. And once I get past the 100 mark and no issues, I think I'm going to be pretty good in taking her long distances. So anyway, so hopefully we can get the test pipes on the NSX tackled next. But really, I'm kind of debating whether or not just taking it to a shop and getting it done because of the rusted nuts. So anyway, all right. Okay, August 11, Friday afternoon. Just been putting in some miles. This morning, or this afternoon, decided to go and use it to run an errand, drive 90 miles, but guess what decides to fly off? So it looks like that piece just kind of just broke off. So yeah, I'm gonna have to find another piece. I don't know if that's something that they sell. Basically the surround. I don't know if that's something that they sell separately, but what can we do? At least I got 90 miles in. I got her home, and getting closer to the 500 mark to do another oil change. Okay, so the driveway is wet because I scrubbed it down. There were some oil stains. I think they were oil. I couldn't tell. It may be transmission fluid. So I had to park here for a while because I was taking her in and out during the week to get some mileage in. Today's Sunday, by the way. So I put her back into the garage so I can put her on stand just to see what's going on underneath. I'm gonna put the truck back in here just to make sure that I can get mail. So we'll see what she finds this week. I don't think I'm gonna be able to get on it. Let me shut this down. Whoa. So I don't think I'm gonna be able to get to it tonight. So maybe sometime this week I'll put her up on stand just to see what's going on underneath. One of the things that I also noted was that on idle, I would hear like banging noises. It ended up being this guy. So what I did was I cut some silicone hoses, and see if I can turn on the light so you guys can see what I did. So what I did was cut some silicone hose and just use it as an edge against this metal, because that's what making that noise. It was hitting this pipe. I got in about 310 miles so far, about 360 total. So she's nearing the 500 mark before I make another oil change. Okay, so it's Tuesday evening. In case I forgot to record this, strangely enough, there are no leaks. So I'm not quite sure what's going on here. Also, I got my appointment for the dyno tune next Friday. So I've got roughly a little over a week to get her at least past 500 so that I can get some fresh oil in it for the third oil change. Or no, I'm sorry, the second oil change and the third volume of new oil. So anyway, just kind of wanted to note that.